The Color of Your Eyes, written by blackcatsassin, read by gutterratt1213. Chapter 33, Temperature.
Listen, it is already 5 a.m. I think it would be wise if everyone goes to sleep except for 3 people, and I will explain why soon. We need to recharge our energy and get a clear mind. Only then can we start to save Leah. I've been thinking of a plan, and I'm sure we can save her. Unlike last time, when someone disappeared.
His eyes fell on Hannah.
We aren't without knowledge on whom the kidnapper is and what his intentions are.
Most nodded, listening to Jake.
I will make a brief conclusion of what we already know. Please follow me. Lilly, I think you should note the things down. It will help us get a clear view in case someone has questions, okay?
Jake continued after Lilly got herself a notepad and a pen. His headache got worse for a split second, but he tried to keep himself composed.
Okay, listen. Number 1, the kidnapper's name is Mike Warren. I have researched him on the internet a while ago to see if I could find anything new about him. Apparently he is now a wanted criminal, also by the FBI, for his ties with the cartel and his recent role in human trafficking. So not someone we can easily mess with. Number 2, he wants $2 million from me in exchange for Leah.
Jake had to stop because of all the gasps and whats that were being shouted.
Yes, Mike just added another message after the video he sent to Leah's phone.
Jake didn't feel it was necessary to show them Leah's screen. Is he crazy? Dan grunted. I hate him more now. Jessy looked visibly angry, clenching her fists. How does he know that you will get the message when he's sending his demands to Leah's phone? Cleo asked in confusion. Jake didn't hesitate.
The phone was placed in a very hidden place in public. Knowing my skills, Mike was sure that I would locate the phone. He could not reach me since I am very much invisible on the internet, unless he has a big team of FBI agents who are proficient in cybersecurity. He has no chance of tracking me down. Having Leah in his hands will not only make me come out of hiding, but he knows that I will reach out to him.
Jake tried to push aside any thought he had of what Mike could be doing to Leah right this second. The last time he met him, he wasn't a man who would hurt a woman without reason. He had a short temper and would occasionally hit even his own little sister, but only when she provoked him or made him get into trouble. He hoped with all of his heart that Leah didn't try anything stupid, but then again, back then, Mike Warren was dealing with drugs and not human trafficking.
I will continue. Number 3, as crazy as this sounds, and you will hate me for this, Lilly, I suggest we should not go to the Duskwood police.
Instantly, Jake was bombarded with protests from almost everyone except Hannah and Richy.
No way! Are you out of your mind? You said the FBI is also behind this guy.
We should not only tell the police, but also the FBI, maybe even the army. That's going too far, Jessy. I don't care. I would even inform the press myself.
No press, no police, no FBI.
Jake continued with a much firmer voice now.
Okay, tell me the reasons why we shouldn't get help.
Phil crossed his arms. Jake felt a sudden nausea. He blinked a few times before closing his eyes. Jake? Hannah stood up and felt his forehead. Jake tumbled forward, and immediately he was caught by Thomas, who was standing beside Hannah.
Whoa, you okay, Jake?
Thomas held him firmly as his knees buckled. He's hot, Hannah mumbled. You mean his temperature? Cleo asked. Of course I mean his temperature. What else am I supposed to mean? Hannah asked, dumbfounded. Awkward silence. Oh no, you guys got the wrong idea, Cleo explained, bewildered. Her face flustered in embarrassment. I mean, okay, physically wise, Jake is... look at him and don't tell me he's not... You know what I mean, right? Anyone? Okay, I better shut up now. Cleo crossed her arms and looked away. Lilly glared at Cleo and mumbled something in which she mentioned Jake and Leah's names. Thomas lowered Jake and placed him in a chair. Hannah went to get him a glass of water.
He doesn't look so good,
Thomas whispered to Hannah as he was trying to make Jake drink the glass of water.
Painkillers,
Jake mumbled. Are you hurt, Jake? Hannah asked, looking worried.
Head feels like it's splitting in half.
Jake mumbled again before drinking the entire glass of water offered by Hannah. I think I have some aspirin somewhere. Hannah went to her bathroom, rummaging through her medicine box before returning with a package.
2, please.
Jake outstretched his hand, holding on to Thomas with his other. Jake, I don't think you should have 2. Lilly was now beside him.
No, I need 2. 1 won't be enough.
Jake pleaded as Hannah reluctantly gave him 2. Okay, we need to seriously get you to a doctor if this does not get better, she mumbled. The group exchanged looks as Jake had to calm his breathing for a moment after taking the medicine. He knew he was not a good example to his sisters at the moment, but he agreed with Hannah to see a doctor after they saved Leah. Giving Hannah and Lilly his word that he would go to bed very soon, he insisted on at least continuing to explain his plan.
Look, I know we have many more points to discuss, but since I am on the brink of passing out any moment, I will explain first why we shouldn't contact the authorities. Yet, let me add 2 more points to the conclusion. Number 4, since Mike Warren is someone not to mess with, and since Leah is in his hands, I don't want to risk her safety in the incompetent hands of the Duskwood police. Even if they inform the FBI, they have failed so far to catch him. Either they have too much on their hands, are more focused on finding me, or there's someone within that has ties to the cartel who want to prevent Mike Warren's arrest. Either way, I know for sure that we as a group have a chance to save Leah. Number 5, if there's one police I can trust, that would be Alan. But before we contact him, I want us to do a couple of things first. I promise you all that we will involve Alan, just not yet. We have a chance to save Leah. You have to trust me.
Jake explained, hoping in his heart that he managed to convince the others. Phil, Dan, and Cleo still looked unsure. Jake took a deep breath before he added,
If you can't trust me, then trust Leah, who trusted me.
Hannah was the first to speak. You and Leah managed to help me. Of course, I trust you, Jake. Hannah put her hand on Jake's shoulder.
Okay.
Dan and Thomas nodded. Of course, without a doubt. Lilly grinned. All right, Jake. Jessy smiled. I can trust you. Cleo joined the others. Everyone looked at Phil. Phil? Jessy asked. The bartender looked at Jake with a frown before relenting with a sigh.
I trust Leah. Be it through her that I put my faith in your plan.
Phil looked like it took a lot out of him to say those words.
Okay.
Jake couldn't help but put on a small smile.
Then I will now explain my plan.